Hey guys, it's Dave with My Freedom Smokes. I'm going to talk to you today about the Vaporesso Attitude Kit. It's going to be a new starter kit. Just came in from Vaporesso. Same people brought us to Target and some of the other nice little things at Gemini, RTA. It does use the ESTOC tank. We do have the ESTOC Mega Tank. This is going to be a nice little smaller version, or maybe the regular size. It just says the ESTOC on the bottom. Not really sure about the sizing on there. What it is the tank, they use more of an eco-friendly coil. There's a lot more of the material, extra materials you're usually throwing away with your replacement heads. There's a lot less to it, so you're really saving on different metals and stuff like that, so you're not tossing as much waste away. So there's less waste, it makes it eco-friendly. The particular coils that come with this do have the ceramic on them instead of the cotton. Like I said, it's more eco-friendly. I'll show you these coils here a little more in depth in a moment. It's an 80-watt device. It's adjustable from 5 up to 80 watts. Offers you different temperature control options and stuff like that. It's real cool because similar to like the e-leaf eye sticks and stuff like that, when you want to change your, especially the 40 watt, when you want to change your between wattage, temperature control, they got a mode button. This one does have your separate mode button as well as your fire button and your plus and minus buttons. It uses 5 simple clicks on and off. And it turns it off, turn it back on. And then when you once give it a moment to boot back up, once you want to go through that and change your settings, you just will hold that little button on the side there. And then now it's a nickel control or nickel temperature control. Hold it for another 3 seconds. Here's the stainless steel, titanium, and then they got some different memory functions on there. And there's even a bypass mode if you want to put a nice RDA or a tank that can do some higher wattage. The coil in this one right now, I really wouldn't want to go real high wattage with, so I probably wouldn't do the bypass mode. So let's go back to the wattage. All right, is a 2 mil capacity tank. Top fill, like I said, it's ceramic coil, so it's good for flavor. Not a real high wattage tank. It's going to be more of a nice little stealthy, flavorful type of a kit. So let me go ahead and have a vape on it real quick, and I'll go ahead and show you kind of the way the airflow works and show you a little bit more about the tank. Doing 30 watts on this, like I said, is a lower wattage coil. 25-30 watts is the range on there. 0.47 on it. It's actually rated as a 0.5, but it's reading as a 0.47 currently. And even for a lower wattage coil at 30 watts, it's still putting out a pretty good amount of vapor. It's real flavorful. It's a lot cooler than some of the higher wattage stuff would be, which is kind of a given with it being that it's a low wattage tank. All right, so let's look at the tank a little bit. It's a 22 millimeter tank. Like I said, it's a 2 mil capacity. It's got the airflow adjustable on either side. And then it's kind of inset onto the device itself, the Attitude mod. Once you take that off of there, you could put a different 22 millimeter size thing on there. You just want to make sure that the airflow is going to be open. Put it back on there, you can kind of see that it is covered by it a little bit, and there is enough space behind there that your airflow is still going to be able to get in from the tank. I just did notice when I'm using it, if you have your finger over there, it does kind of block the airflow a little bit, but it's still not too bad. Still gets plenty of airflow. Let's go back into the tank some more still. Like I said, it is a top fill. It's just a threaded cap on there. That pops off of there. It's wide open all the way around. Fill it with your liquid. Like I said, 2 milliliters of capacity of liquid. Plenty of liquid to get you through for a few hours of vaping pleasure. Screw that back on there. It's a 510 Delrin drip tip comes with it. 2 little O-rings on there hold it in place. Nice little comfortable drip tip. Don't have to worry about heat or anything on there with it being Delrin. Alright, and then I grabbed the extra coil out of the box here so I can kind of show you what that coil is and show you why it's the eco coil. Just because it's so little minimal to the coil that you actually are replacing. Open here the box. Alright, there's that little coil. It's a tiny little coil. I mean, it's probably one of the smaller sub-ohm coils I've seen out there on the market. And then it is the ceramic on that one. They do have a cotton version, they call it a traditional, and they got the ceramic ones. So they do have 2 different versions of the coils you can get for these, and then different resistance options within them. The USB cable, I did kind of like this one. It's the braided style cables, which is one of my favorites for phone chargers and stuff like that. And then they actually got a little spring on the end of there. And I've used that spring like from a clicky pin on my cords before to actually help keep the ends a little safer. So it's kind of cool that cord has it on there to really make sure this cord's going to last you a while. So a good quality cord. Usually they throw a little cheap cord in with a lot of these devices. So a good quality cord is always something nice to have around. So let's go ahead and look at some of the other stuff in the box here. You got a nice large instruction manual. It seems a lot bigger than it actually is. They just give so many different language options for, I mean, not everybody's going to speak the same language, so there's a pretty good chance that the language you speak will be on here, so you can get a good idea of how it works. Let's see, the English section is just going to be this top section here. And then also on the back side, so it just gives you an idea of how many different languages on there. There's 8 different languages available. So it's a nice in-depth, I mean, it gives you all the different stuff as far as the features and how to get through the different settings and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool to see they did a big fold out, almost like a map style owner's manual instead of the little tiny ones that you flip through, and it's kind of cool. Yeah, just gonna put that off to the side there. I suck at folding maps, by the way. All right. So here's going to be your little vapor bands they give you. Some little vapor bands. You get ones that kind of go on the top, similar to what we saw in the Clito. They kind of acts as a bumper on that top corner and will help with heat transfer. And then what else have we got in here? That's just a couple different little vape bands in there. You got a gray one and a red one. And they give you this little nice envelope, nice silver foil logo, Vaporesso. Pop that open, that's going to have your warranty card and a couple of information cards for you as far as some information on that ceramic coil and heating element and all that, and also little warnings. Just give you a little idea of some of the warnings and stuff, just what to look out for when you're using the device. It's a real nice presentation on there. You get your warranty card, like I said, you do want to fill that out, and you can actually send that to Vaporesso so it'll cover your warranty for you. And then there's a scratch and check for your authenticity on the back of that card. A lot of people like checking their authenticity on there, so that is on the back of your warranty card. All right. And then on this side of the box here, well, the whole box is nice and folded up. Beautiful presentation. This is where your mod actually will sit when you get it, and your tank. And they do give you a spare glass there. And there's your spare glass. Actually, I just noticed that. It's actually an extender glass. It's larger than the other glass. So you can actually up your capacity. I saw it did say a different listing. It's 2 mils with a smaller one. That actually gives you 4 mil. I'm learning something new as I'm doing this. And that would explain what this other piece is. It's a chimney extension. So you can have a 4 mil capacity tank or a 2 mil capacity tank. All right. So I think that's going to cover it for the Vaporesso Attitude. These are available on our website. So if you have any questions about it, you can leave them in the comments below. You shoot us an email or give us a call. This has been Dave with My Freedom Smokes, and thank you for vaping.